Welcome back to my YouTube channel Regional Honor. In today's video lesson, we shall discuss about aims, objectives or principles and role of the Communist Party of China. This subject matter comes in Introduction to Comparative Politics and Government, and that is for +3 third semester core paper 5 for political science honors students. Now we shall discuss about role of the primary or general branch of the party. You know, the primary and general branch of the party or Communist Party of China is the lowest or the bottom layer of the Communist Party. Now we shall discuss what the role the lowest branch of the party play or primary general branch of the Communist Party of China play. First, to lead the members or non-party members in studying Marxism, Leninism and philosophy of Maoism or philosophy of Mao Zedong and opposing the reaction forces. This is the first role of the primary general branches of the party. Secondly, to give constant education to the members and others concerning the ideological and political lines. To propagate and carry out the policies of the party and follow the party guidelines. Fourthly, to maintain close ties with the masses. To enforce party discipline, consolidate the party organization. Now we shall discuss function of how the Communist Party of China functions. The Communist Party shall be organized and function on the principles of democratic centralism according to the new Constitution of China. The leading bodies of the party at all levels shall be elected through democratic centralism. Democratic centralism means the central organization, the central leaders or the topmost leaders of the party takes the decision, they run the party, they run the government. That is the democratic centralism. Next is the highest leading body of the party is the National Party Congress. Congress means the group of people or assembly of people accumulated. That is the Congress. National Party Congress is the leading body of the or highest leading body of the party of the Communist Party of China. And when it is not in the session, the Central Committee is all powerful. When there is no session of National Party Congress, the Central Committee of the National Party Congress is all powerful, takes the decision. The Party Congress at all levels, just like the national level, there is the National Party Congress. At the provincial level, there is the Provincial Party Congress in each province. At the autonomous regions levels, that autonomous region, the Party Congress. So this is the central body of the respective committee or respective level. The Party Congress at all levels are convened by the party committees at their respective levels. The convening party of the Congress in the localities, the army units in the various departments, and the elected party committee members are subject to approval of the higher party organization. Now we shall discuss about principles, aims and objectives of the Chinese Communist Party. Aims and objectives based on the new constitution of party. You know that the aims, objectives and principles of the Communist Party that is clearly defined in the new constitution of China that has been coming in force from 1900 82. That we have already discussed. The principles and the aims and the objectives of the Communist Party should be made in light of it is a new constitution of the party. Second is the Marxism, Leninism and Mao Zedong philosophy. The general principles of Marxism, Leninism, and Mao Zedong thought is the main philosophy of the party. Before Mao Zedong, the party followed the political philosophy of Marxism and Leninism. Marxism-Leninism, which is suitable the Chinese soil or Chinese condition. Third, completely overthrow the bourgeois and establishment of dictatorship proletariat. Its basic program or principles of the party is the complete overthrow of the bourgeois class or rich class or capitalist class and all other exploiting classes, the establishment of dictatorship of proletariat, the triumph of socialism over capitalism, equality over inequality, social justice over injustice. This is the main philosophy, main ideology of the Communist Party of China. So, the main objective of Communist Party of China to overthrow the bourgeois class or all other exploiting class, the class which exploit the common people or the mass, and its main objective to establish the dictatorship of proletariat and the triumph of socialism, establishing socialism over capitalism. The capitalism system should be overthrown and socialism or socialist system should be established. And to overthrow the inequality, establishment of equality, overthrow injustice, eradicate injustice and establish social justice. This is the main ideology of the Communist Party of China. Now, fourth is the realization and adoption of communism. The ultimate aim of the party is the realization and adoption of communism in Chinese condition, not in the European condition, not in the German condition, not in the France condition, not in the condition of USSR. So, communism, which is condition, which is realization and adoption of communism in Chinese condition, which is suitable the Chinese system, the agriculture system, social system, and the party believes in the theory of continued revolution under the dictatorship relation. The Communist Party believed to continue the revolution against the exploiting class, against the bourgeois class, and establishment of dictatorship of proletariat. Next is the class struggle. So, in communist system, the class struggle is inevitable. So, always there is the class struggle. The proletarian class, the poor class, the have-not class struggle against the bourgeois class or the rich class or exploiting class. The Communist Party must rely on the working class, strengthen the worker, peasants alliance, and lead to the people of all nationalities carrying on the greatest revolutionary movement of class struggle. The struggle for production and scientific experiment helping the people in building socialism through self-reliance and hard struggle and hard work. Opposes for power struggle. So the Communist Party always opposed to struggle for power. The party upholds proletarian internationalism and opposes great power struggle. It desires to overthrow imperialism, modern revisionism, and all reactionary forces, and to establish the system of exploitation of man by man over the globe, so that all mankind will be emancipated. So the communism opposed the theory of power struggle at the international level. The party believes the proletarian internationalism and opposes the struggle of great powers, and it desires to overthrow the imperialism, and it overthrow the rational forces which opposes the communism, and it also believes to abolish the system of exploitation of man by man, and it at the global level. Next, now we shall discuss about role of the Communist Party of China. The Communist Party of China plays a vital role in the Chinese political system. It is the central to the Chinese system. Some of the roles of the party are discussed as follows. First, complete control of the government. There is a complete control over the government, and it is a clear proof of China becoming the model of totalitarian state or totalitarian state. The role of party permeates every branch of national administration, like the former Soviet Union. The Communist Party of China plays a leading and directing role to control of the government and all branches of the government. The Communist Party is the ultimate political authority and the source of all decision making on the mainland China today. Secondly, controls the legislature, executive, judiciary. Just I will told that the Communist Party controls over all branches of the government like legislature, executive and judiciary. In China, we have already discussed that in China, judiciary is not impartial. Judiciary also controlled by the Communist Party of China. The members of the Communist Party become judges of judicial system of China. Thus, the Communist Party is all powerful and all embracing China. It controls the legislature, executive and judiciary. In short, it governs the country. The constitution says that the party at the vanguard of workers and the core of the leadership of the whole Chinese people should control, guide the destiny of the nation. Now, next role is deciding the policies to be implemented by the state. What policies the government take, what policies the different state organs takes, that is decided by the Communist Party of China. The party has been accorded a supreme status like that of former USSR. The party rightly remarked as a Waller, a political scientist of itself, not as an administrative body but as a leadership organ deciding policies to be implemented by the state structure, supervising the execution of the policy which is implemented, and it looks whether the policy is not executed or not. Next is the master of the political organization. The present constitution has placed the Communist Party in the position of a virtual master, and other members of the State Council are elected and removed by the National People's Congress, and or it is standing committee. At the recommendation of the Central Communist Party, gives the dominant position to the party over the government. Next is the control of the armed forces. The Communist Party of China controls of the armed forces and military units. The standing committee, the political bureau of the party, decides to which type of relation is maintained to other countries and the war and peace that is decided by the political bureau or standing committee of the at national level, that is decided by the political party, and it instructs the government to declare war, conclude peace, and what is the how to control the army. That is the role of political party or role of the Communist Party of China. Next is the party cadres on the livelings and serving the governmental apparatus. The party cadres on the liveling by serving the governmental apparatus in the numerous economic agencies, enterprises controlled by the government or in the armed forces. This is the role of Communist Party of China. In next video lesson, we shall discuss about the judicial review power of American system that we have already left. And thank you very much. Thank you.